One unique thing about basketball is that, although it's a team sport, every once in a while, one player takes complete control and dominates everyone and everything. We've seen Michael Jordan do this, then Kobe, then LeBron, and every superstar over the years. But here's another truth. Michael Jordan needed Scottie Pippen. LeBron needed Wade, then Kyrie, then AD. Steph needed Clay and Draymond. Shaq needed Kobe, then Dwayne Wade. And so did every single superstar you can name. Throughout the NBA history, every superstar needed at least one all-star teammate to help them dominate, win titles, and stack MVPs. All of them except one, Nikola Jokic.
Call him inside, Jokic blocked it! How about this? He blocked it, and while the ball's still in the air, tapped it off McCollum's chest, who's standing out of bounds.
Oh, look at that pass! Look at the pass! What a play! What did we just see there? My goodness!
They cut it to 11. Jokic just gets it off in time. It's up. Oh, it's good! Of course it goes in!
Nikola Jokic is the only NBA superstar we can have this argument about. And here's why.
Yeah, he's best player in basketball right now. Mm-hmm. And he reads situations and defense as well.
Nikola Jokic gets compared to Magic Johnson sometimes, and we all know why. But Magic Johnson knows something most people don't know about why Jokic is the way he is.
Then he beats you because he's off rhythm. Like you'd be like, you're supposed to shoot now.
That's what makes his dominance so unusual. He doesn't beat defenders with rhythm, he breaks their rhythm. But this doesn't just apply to just how he beats his opponents. It applies to everything about him. The Joker is unusual in every way. He is able to dominate the game because he makes everyone on the team better just by being present. He's like seasoning that when added to a soup makes everything taste better. And that's where the comparison to other legends becomes important. Michael Jordan could take over a game, but he still needed Scottie Pippen to stabilize both ends of the floor. LeBron James has always controlled the game at the highest level, yet every championship run he's had came alongside another all-NBA level player. Every great dynasty follows the same formula. One superstar supported by at least one other all-star working together to dominate the league. Jokic is the only one who breaks that pattern, and that is because he brings out the all-star in regular players when he's on the court. And that's what makes this conversation different. It's not just that Nikola Jokic is able to bring championship glory to a team that had never experienced it in its 47 years of existence. It's that he can do it by making regular players better. But how could he do it for a decade? Over the last decade, Jokic hasn't just been great, he's been everywhere. He leads this entire era in points, rebounds, assists, and even steals. Not 2 or 3 categories, but 4 out of the 5 major ones. The only player that came close to that kind of all-around control was Kareem, and even he didn't dominate across this many areas at once. Yet, we have people saying this.
So you think this rate and the way he's going, do you think he can be the best big man ever? Or he has no shot? Like
over Kareem? I don't know, not over Kareem. Like,
No, it'd be hard.
top 3?
Yes.
For sure.
We'll see about that. But then, Jokic's dominance gets even crazier when you get into the advanced numbers. Player efficiency rating, box plus minus, value over replacement, win shares. Every metric designed to measure impact keeps pointing to the same conclusion. Jokic isn't just leading the league, he's sitting in a tier that very few players in history have ever reached. Then sometimes, he does things that make NBA legends wonder if we're in a matrix. And the craziest part is that with Jokic, it never feels forced. He's not chasing numbers, he's not hunting stats. And yet, he keeps ending up with stat lines that redefine what we expect from a superstar, especially at his position. This is why his MVP case over the years has been so consistent. 3 MVP awards, 2 runner-up finishes, and in almost every one of those seasons, he was either first or right at the top in every meaningful category that defines value in today's game.
I even myself tweeted, I was like, man, I would have liked that award to go to Shea. And I understand it's a regular season award. But he did just remind not only Minnesota Timberwolves and the Legends, just really the whole world, how good of a player he is and how he's the best player in the NBA, and he has been that for quite some time now.
We call this voter fatigue, but looking back on how it all played out in 2023, it's simply robbery. I mean, statistically, Jokic had one of the most complete seasons ever in 2023. He averaged nearly a triple-double as a center, led the league in efficiency, dominated every advanced metric, and had the Nuggets sitting at the top of the Western Conference. But when the votes came in, the award went to Joel Embiid. Now, on the surface, it made sense. Embiid led the league in scoring, had a dominant season of his own, and there was a strong narrative building around him finally getting his first MVP. But once you look deeper, the gap between the two players becomes harder to ignore. Jokic was more efficient, created more offense for his team, controlled the game at a higher level, and, in many ways, had the more complete impact on winning. He finished that season with significantly more triple-doubles, better advanced metrics across the board, and a style of play that elevated everyone around him. Even some of his critics couldn't fully deny what they were seeing.
In blocks, he just doesn't block a lot of shots. He actually blocked some against the Lakers that were significant and impactful, right?
He had 2 in 3 games, and he got 3 in 4 games.
But they seem to come at big times because he has clutchness to him on both ends of the floor.
Right.
And that's why, to this day, many still look back at that 2023 race and see it differently. Not as a clear win for Embiid, but as a moment where Jokic may have been the better player, yet still didn't get the award. And when you add that to everything we've already seen, the numbers, the efficiency, the lack of an all-star teammate, it only strengthens that argument. Because now it's not just about how dominant Jokic has been, it's about how he's still a bit underrated. Kind of like Steph Curry was at one point. Maybe they should form an underrated team one day.
At this point, like he gets the ball, and now I gotta worry about my man backdooring and shit. Like we just like if him and Steph ever played together, oh my Lord. God.
And to make matters worse, the league has now introduced something that will limit the greatness of NBA superstars, including Jokic. The NBA 65-game rule is as simple as it is stupid. It states that in order to be eligible for any major individual end-of-season award, players must appear in at least 65 of the 82 regular season games, and play at least 20 minutes in those games. Obviously, this was designed to counter the load management issues, but surely better ways could have been devised. Because now, Jokic has already missed a stretch of games this season, and could be completely removed from the conversation.
You know, you got guys are gonna miss all NBA nods because of that. When you can't tell me that Jokic is not all NBA. Now all of a sudden, because he's missed, 30 games, you can't tell me he's not first team all NBA.
Now, that's not just frustration, that's a direct reflection of what this rule creates. It shifts the conversation away from who the best player actually is and toward who simply meets the criteria. Right now, Jokic is having another record-breaking year. But just like in 2023, there's a real possibility that it won't be enough. That once again, the best player might not win the award. But hey, it's not like he even cares that much, and Jeff T can tell you all about that.
Jokic ain't even playing for real, bro. He's not even playing for real.
He averaged 9 assists.
That nigga really don't be playing for real because he don't want to win MVP no more. That's crazy.
At this point, it's clear. The Joker is a unique superstar in every way. And so is his story.
life. Yeah. His arc is incredible. It's the actual arc if you were like making a movie about a player. It'd be like, did they rise from obscurity? Everybody underestimated him, overcome it, win a title.
The best story.
It's all this. And then when you watch him, like the thing that kills me is when people are like, yeah, but his game is not marketable. And I go, are you kidding me?
At its core, basketball is supposed to be a team sport. It's built on chemistry, roles, and multiple players coming together to create something greater than the sum of their parts. But Nikola Jokic changes that idea in a way no other superstar really has. He dominates the game with numbers that don't make sense historically. He does it with a level of efficiency that separates him from his peers. And, most importantly, he's done it all without the kind of all-star help that every other legend needed to reach the top. And this is exactly why Nikola Jokic is the only NBA superstar we can have this argument about. But, do you agree? Do you think there's an NBA superstar who has dominated the league for a decade the way Jokic has without an all-star teammate? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and want to hear more incredible things about the Joker, watch one of these Nikola Jokic videos next.